out of the box truck. And it would take me so long in my production time to get the truck loaded, because we have to load it and with consolidation involved to be able to pack it as tight as we can, as full as we can. So I had to figure out a plan. What do I do to give myself more daylight? What could I possibly do to save myself time on these job sites and be able to make money? Because they say time is money, but in the world that I live in, daylight is money. As long as I can see, I can earn. So with that being said, I decided I wanted to purchase a dump truck. I sold my box truck and I got on the internet and I learned how to drive a stick shift and learn how to drive manual on YouTube, taught myself. I then found a dump truck on the internet. I purchased my first dump truck for $1,300, something of that nature, and I had absolutely no clue how to operate it. I taught myself to drive it. I taught myself to operate it, and it became something that generated money without me having to work as hard as I was used to working. People saying I had a truck. They say, how much would you charge me to take this or deliver that? You know, we come up with a negotiated price, and things became better. But then I went away to prison for a few years because my background was preceding me. But again, this was part of rebuilding myself. I had to get my past completely behind me to be the better me that was sitting in front of me, that I had never been. So now I had put myself in a position when I had came home from prison. Now I'm like, okay, I gotta go get my CDL, do this right. I have to get the CDL first, and then I have to go out and chase my dream. At which point I got the CDL, and most people in my position, they get the CDL and now you just have it, because I didn't go through a major company who I was contractually in a bind with, that says I can't go work for anyone else, that I have to work for you guys. So I then wanted to say, how do I find a job, or how do I find some stability for myself? I got in my car every morning and I would go out and chase dump trucks. I would see dump trucks back and forth up the road, or on a construction project, or being loaded up, and I would stop and talk to every dump truck operator I seen, until somebody had finally given me a shot. I went with that company, got my experience better, got brushed up. I hadn't drove a truck in 3 years, did some training, things like that, and I quit that company. And I went and chased more dump trucks again, and then I found the company that I'm currently with. And I would love to, I'm proud to say that I love my job. So I was able to go from construction to trucking and still be in construction because I loved it, but still be in trucking and not have to do all of the hard work that I was doing in construction. But I get to see the construction site still be built. I get to see these things still built from the ground, and I'm a part of it on a ground level. But I'm not out there swinging hammers. I'm not out there putting up drywall. I'm not out there putting down floorboard. I'm not doing any extensive work that's tearing my body up anymore. I'm able to be home every day in my living room 2-3 in the afternoon after a full work day. I'm able to put myself in a position to say I can rest on weekends. I don't have to work weekends. I'm in a position to tell myself, now I no longer have to worry. And now I'm trying to help my community do the same.
Is there anything about the industry, is there anything about your job you don't like? Because you seem so enthusiastic. Is there anything about it that you would warn people about? Or is there anything about it that you dislike or that is difficult for you?
I would say that I dislike that not enough of our people have awareness of these industries. I dislike that it has been hidden from us for so long, to the point where now that it's an extreme booming economy. When I speak to people about me driving a semi-dump truck, most people have never even heard of it. Most people have never seen it, when these are vehicles and equipment that you literally see every day. You just are not conscious of it, being a thing. What I dislike about this industry most is that the way they create their workforce is by bully, is by force. They either do one of two things. They give you a job, or they train you to get your CDL, only to be contracted to a company for a year or 2 years, and you be over the road and gone, and you still ain't making no money for real. Or they make you go to truck driving school like I did, and after you obtain that license, now you just basically walking around with a CDL in your back pocket and don't know what to do with it. I was fortunate enough to have enough motivation and aspiration within myself to be able to figure it out, because I didn't want to be in contract with nobody. I'm just tired of being up under other people for my stability. Something that I see as a difficult challenge within this industry is getting the business world to accept me by will or by force.
Still a father on the clock.
Put it on!
Still gotta be a father on the clock. But that's one of the beauties of this industry too, huh? You get to bring your daughter with you.
Come sit down and put your shoe on.
I know that gotta be another part you love about this. You able to bring your daughters out, you got the puppies out.
You know what? I love being able to allow my kids to see their father have freedom. And when I say freedom, I don't just mean not being behind bars. I'm free mentally. I'm not trapped. I'm not in a box. I'm not in a category. I'm not in a dark space in my life. My daughters get to see me. My children just absolutely get to see their father take the time to make something great. I'm a jack of all trades, but I've never been a master of any until now. So I take my time to make something great before I move on to anything else. My daughters get to see their father have freedom. That way they can have an understanding as they grow that nobody can limit you but you. The same notion of the LeBron and Bronny James concept is what I like to call it now, is the same thing that I'm trying to accomplish within these industries. Me being able to make a huge Fortune 500 corporation possibly, and being able to say, I walked away from it and now my daughter's on it. You don't deal with me any longer. You deal with them. Because I've moved on to my next venture. But now this venture still has to be operated. And I've allowed the space to have Operation Rebuild help build them. Because they don't have to rebuild. They're in the building process. So when they do come into ages where these businesses become theirs, the fruition of that not only flows through me and them, but when they have children, it flows down again. This is creating a workforce full of generational wealth. I just think that Operation Rebuild is the best for people who don't know exactly what they want to do in life, but know for sure you don't want to be a teacher or a firefighter or a police officer. Is success is a empty statement when it doesn't have the action to support it. And success is not becoming a certain job title. Success is becoming a better you, achieving, overcoming something you were that you didn't like being. That's being successful. I got a person coming out to attend a 1030 class now.
What should someone joining your course or joining Operation Rebuild expect when they come in? You know, because you go to different jobs or you go to different trainings and you don't always know what to expect. What should we expect if we come with Darren?
When you come to Operation Rebuild, expect to actually receive help rebuilding. Most people can give you advice and help you in strong word, but not many people are out here with the willingness to do the will of God, to be the active carrier of light and help people in real time, hand in hand, versus me just telling you something good and trying to send you out there to receive knowledge of it on your own. When you come to Operation Rebuild, expect actual physical rebuilding, actual mental rebuilding, actual emotional rebuilding. We partner with companies that not only help you get training and jobs, we partner with companies that can get you mental help, that can get you housing help while you are in Operation Rebuild. Say you are currently homeless, we can partner you with people who will allow you living status while you gain your stability. So it wouldn't be permanent housing, but at least for you to get through your program and say you can get real rest, real food, as well as partnering with programs that will get you back and forth to school every day.
Operation Rebuild! Operation Rebuild! Operation Rebuild!
You only live once, so you better live it up. Can't be 10 people, gotta pick one. Stressing yourself out, cause everybody needs some. But when you need some, it's all I gotta see some. I gotta see some, let me see some. Money keep coming and money keep going, but I'ma keep getting it, you already know it. I come from the trenches, I weathered the storm. Duffel keep all my utilities on. That duffel keep all my utilities on.